Hello and good evening. Today we bring you those happenings from across the segments like national, international, business, sports and entertainment that made headlines in the year 2015. Now, few of them had been bitter and few of them had been good, but certainly all those important happenings that left a mark behind 2015. Let's begin the show with those happenings which headline the National Front. Terrorism has been one of the major issues and concerns that India faces today. And it is not just a problem for India, but it emerged as a strong challenge to the world. Fight against terrorism, along with the fight for international peace, climate change and poverty are the burning issues.
The decades-old Yojana Ayog was replaced by Niti Ayog. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had announced this change on Independence Day back in 2014, and his vision for Niti Ayog materialized in 2015. On the occasion of Independence Day in 2015, Prime Minister shared his vision with the countrymen with a unique slogan, Start Up India, Stand Up India, which will be an important step in the progress of the country. India welcomed a renowned guest on Republic Day this year as American President Barack Obama shared the dais with PM Modi and the President at Rajpath. India and America also held talks about sharing drones and defense hardware. President Barack Obama also joined PM Modi for his monthly Mann Ki Baat on radio, which kept the newsmen talking for several days.
Namaste.
In December, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe visited India. During his visit, India and Japan signed an agreement worth $12.4 billion for bullet train. Abe also visited PM Modi's electoral constituency with him and witnessed and illuminated the Shashwamedh Ghat and Aarti there. Voters witnessed the Game of Thrones in Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir and Bihar this year. While in Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal won the battle and was sworn in as the Chief Minister. In Jammu and Kashmir, PDP joined hands with BJP to form the government. And the people of Bihar, on the other hand, had a tough choice to make as they chose the coalition of two old friends, Lalu Prasad and Nitish Kumar. While the owner of IPL team Chennai Super Kings N. Srinivasan was shown the door from BCCI by Supreme Court, Srini's old rival Jagmohan Dalmia made a comeback in BCCI. After Dalmia's demise, Shashank Manohar was chosen as the president to continue the BCCI Swachhata Abhiyan. The two IPL teams, Rajasthan Royals and Chennai Super Kings, were banned for 2 years, and two new teams from Pune and Rajkot were introduced in IPL. While BCCI fought corruption, the Supreme Court, on the other hand, came forward to make the air cleaner for Delhiites. The Apex Court imposed a ban on registration of SUVs with engines bigger than 2000 cc. Moreover, the court also doubled the green tax on trucks entering the capital. Earlier in the year, the Supreme Court also quashed Section 66A of IT Act. According to the court, this will have an impact on freedom of expression of people, though the court supported blocking of objectionable sites under the IT Act. Though the monsoon this year was below average, the unexpected heavy rainfall affected many parts of the country. The rains during northeast monsoon lashed Chennai, coastal Andhra Pradesh and Puducherry. Due to floods in these regions, nearly 400 people were killed and 18 lakh people were displaced. According to an estimate, there was a loss of 20,000 crore rupees due to these floods. India also began Operation Maitri when Nepal was struck with a deadly earthquake. During this operation, 24 military planes and helicopters were deployed and relief and rehabilitation operation was carried out on a large scale. Testing times for instant noodles Maggi stretched very long as the people's favourite brand was banned in the month of June after lead and monosodium glutamate were found in Maggi. The ban was lifted in November, but till then Maggi had faced a huge loss in its brand equity. As people in 84 countries and around 36,000 people at Rajpath in Delhi performed yoga together on the 21st of June to mark the first International Yoga Day, the event made it to the Guinness Book of World Records. One of the convicts in 1993 serial bomb blast in Mumbai, Yaqub Memon, was hanged for his crime this year, and once the right hand of Dawood Ibrahim, Chota Rajan, was also arrested. This gave a boost to the government's zero-tolerance policy against terrorism. India's former president and missile man of India, APJ Abdul Kalam, died this year while delivering a lecture at IIM Shillong. People from all walks of life paid tribute to him. India's former Prime Minister and a great orator, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, was conferred with India's highest civilian honour, Bharat Ratna. The founder of Banaras Hindu University, Mahamana Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, also received Bharat Ratna. The decades-old border dispute over exchange of 162 enclaves with Bangladesh was set to rest this year. On the midnight of 31st July, people living in bordering areas of both countries got rid of their citizenship confusion and chose the side they wanted to live in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral talks with 41 African countries during the Indo-Africa Summit this year. During this summit in October, agreements were inked on food security, solar energy, weather satellite research and blue economy.
Now, terrorism has been one of the major issues and concerns that India faces today, and it is not just a problem for India, but it has emerged as a strong challenge to the world. The fight against terrorism, along with the fight for international peace, climate change and poverty are the burning issues.
Forbes magazine listed Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the 9th place among the most powerful men in the world. According to the magazine, the stature of PM Modi as a global leader is improving continuously. PM Modi's visit to Seychelles, Mauritius and Sri Lanka strengthened India's influence in the Indian Ocean. Security and business conditions improved too. PM's visit to China also gave a boost to economic ties between the two countries. 24 important agreements were signed in different fields, including railways and education. In June, the 41-year-old border issue with Bangladesh was resolved with PM Modi's visit. In July, India improved relations with Pakistan in Ufa. PM Modi and Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif agreed to take bilateral talks further. Later in December, while returning from Russia after the visit, PM Modi made an unannounced visit to Afghanistan and Pakistan to send a message that he is ready to work with the neighbors in a positive way. During BRICS summit in Moscow, the 5 member nations established the BRICS Development Bank with $100 billion. India played an important role in the process. In September, at the United States, India pushed for its case for permanent seat in the Security Council. PM Modi said the Islamic State is one of the greatest challenges the international community is facing. The biggest challenge for the world this year was terror threat posed by Islamic State. With the terror attacks and the incidents of beheading, IS threatened the whole world. Due to operations of IS in Nimrud, Iraq and Syria's Palmyra city, it forced the United Nations to make a statement saying such acts are a big loss to humanity. Be it the shooting down of Russian plane that claimed 224 lives or the bloodshed in Paris in which 130 people were killed, this reveals the true face of Islamic State. Due to the airstrikes by Islamic State and the civic war in Syria, many Syrians had fled their homes. Nearly 1 crore people left their homes, out of which 40 lakh took refuge in Turkey. However, the efforts to reach Europe from Turkey created a huge crisis. The picture of Aylan Kurdi brought the worldwide attention to the refugee crisis. Many countries joined hands against Islamic State after the Paris attack. However, a member of NATO, Turkey shot down Russian fighter jet. This sent a signal to Russia about the influence of IS in the neighboring country. Tensions mounted between Russia and Turkey after the incident. International Atomic Energy Agency stopped inspection of atomic activities in Iran from December. The atomic deal between Iran and 6 other nations was finalized. Iran agreed to redesign its atomic activities or to change those. In return, Iran got exempted from the economic sanctions. In November, Justin Trudeau became the 23rd Prime Minister of Canada. Exactly 50 years ago, his father became the Prime Minister of Canada. In Australia, Malcolm Turnbull replaced Tony Abbott. Aung San Suu Kyi's party, the National League for Democracy, got majority in Myanmar, but she could not become president as the children of foreign nationals. In neighborhood nation Nepal, KP Sharma Oli formed the new government and the new constitution came to force. However, the Madhesis were unhappy with the new constitution that led to violent protests across the country. Due to the movement there was a blockade for the supply of important goods and fuel from India to Nepal. The magnitude 7.8 earthquake in Nepal was the most devastating natural disaster of the year that took as many as 9,000 lives. The tremors of earthquake also brought destruction and 200 more people were killed. Another earthquake in Afghanistan in October took 400 lives. The year 2015 was the last year for Millennium Development Goals and marks the beginning of substantial development goals. In September, majority of world countries adopted UN's 17 Sustainable Development Goals to bring a change in the world by 2030. These goals include ending famine, poverty and gender bias, and adopting renewable energy, peace and justice. India, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, took the lead in safeguarding both the interests of the developing nations and the environment to end the deadlock over climate change between developing and developed nations. 195 countries agreed to bring down the risen world temperature by 2 degrees Celsius and by 1.5 degrees Celsius at the time of industrialization at COP21. After 2020, the developing nations will get $100 billion for showing improvement.
A fractured global economy in 2015 and any major happening, whether it was positive or negative, had sent strong reflections across the world, and India withstood all these effects and emerged as an engine for the global growth in a situation of turmoil.
The year 2015 was a memorable one on the economic front. Among the biggest economies in the world, India for the first time surpassed China in economic growth. In another first, wholesale inflation was in negative zone for the whole year, and retail inflation was brought down below 5% from double digits. If the year 2014 was known for Jan Dhan Yojana, the year 2015 will be remembered for extending economic inclusion to social security schemes. The aim was to bring every citizen under pension, life and health insurance. With the annual premium of 12 rupees and 330 rupees, these are the most economical insurance schemes of the world. Till date, more than 9 crore people have enrolled for Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and 3 crore have signed up for Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Bima Yojana. Mudra Bank scheme has begun the process of associating poor with the banking system. Under the scheme, loans from 50,000 to 10 lakh rupees are given to start or expand their business. Till date, nearly 46 lakh people from different backgrounds have got loans worth 45,948 crore rupees. Nearly 2 lakh Mudra cards have been issued till date. Crude oil prices witnessed heavy downfall this year. They went down to 11 years low to $40 per barrel. This translated to saving of 2 crore rupees in import bill. Moreover, the hike in excise duty brought extra income of 20,000 crore rupees, which is being used for construction of roads. The average price of petrol per litre went down from 67 rupees to 60 rupees. Diesel prices were also reduced by 6 to 8 rupees per litre. To turn India into a knowledge economy, Digital India scheme worth 1,13,000 crore rupees was started. World's big companies like Google, Facebook, Apple and Microsoft have come forward to become a part of the scheme. PM Modi himself went to Silicon Valley in America to attract more people towards the scheme. Development through e-commerce, digital government services and mobile governance are the most important part of the scheme. Foreign investment in India became much easier in 2015. FDI increased by 40% in comparison to the previous year. Moreover, the rules pertaining to foreign investment were also simplified. FDI rules were eased in defense, insurance, banking and media sectors this year. Agreements worth $20 billion in the fields of e-commerce, telecommunications and banking were signed. In 2015, the country witnessed the most transparent auction and the biggest auction since independence. 31 coal blocks were auctioned through online auctioning this year. The government approved 42 mines to government companies. It is believed that in 30 years, the states will earn revenue of 3,44,000 crore rupees through this auction. The more skilled you are, the more employable it is. This was the focus of the government this year, to make the youth of the country skilled through Skill India mission. The skill development schemes of 23 ministries were brought under one roof. A new ministry was introduced and the training of 5 lakh youth was started under the National Skill Development Mission. More than 1,100 ITIs were opened. Many reforms were brought in the field of power in 2015. Prime Minister put forward his focus on solar energy at a global forum during the COP21 summit and launched International Solar Alliance. The government also launched Uday scheme to improve the state of DISCOMs. Moreover, to save electricity, a campaign was launched to promote LED lights and 4 crore LED lights were distributed. The year 2015 will also be remembered for making rules easier for small businessmen, as many micro, small and medium enterprises started benefiting from the ease of doing business. Now businessmen will get benefits of schemes of central and state governments through Aadhaar. In less than 3 months, more than 1 lakh industry Aadhaars were issued. Now the companies can sell their products to government companies online. Rising prices of pulses also grabbed headlines this year. The government took historic steps related to production of pulses and the policies related to it. We will now have the buffer stock of pulses too. Half the budget of Krishi Vikas Yojana will be spent on pulses and oil seeds. The government took serious measures to recover black money. In 20 months, black money worth 16,000 crore rupees was discovered. A new law was passed on black money abroad, and a law was also passed to stop the flow of black money within the country. Agreements were signed on black money with G20 nations, including America. Steps were also taken to begin the process of making the country a cashless economy. The interest rates were increased in America for the first time in 10 years. Indian share market retained its strength despite the recession increase and global flip-flops. Rupee too retained its ground in comparison to several foreign currencies and fluctuated from 63 to 67 against the dollar. The gold prices also came down and India got its first gold coin after independence.
And now let's enter this business of sports, a business one loses and one wins, but the final result is sportive and the ultimate winner is the game at the sportsmanship. Now 2015 has been a roller coaster ride for the complete sports section.
Sania Mirza tops the chart on the Indian success stories in sports in 2015 with Martina Hingis as the cog in the Indian tennis success story. Martina partnered Leander Paes for 3 mixed doubles crowns in the year. She then joined hands with Sania Mirza to win 2 Grand Slam and the World Tour finals. Sania also won the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award and the ITF Years Doubles Award with Martina. Novak Djokovic and Serena Williams were unstoppable this year and were the best singles players of the year. The women power did not stop with just one sport. In another net game, Saina Nehwal reached the #1 ranking in women's singles, while PV Sindhu won the Macau Open title for the 3rd straight year. Meanwhile, Indian gymnast Deepa Karmakar showed the world that she is not a flash in the pan with another Super 5 place finish in the World Championship. She had earlier won a bronze medal in the Asian Gymnastic Championships. Indian medal hope in archery at the Rio Games, Deepika Kumari continued a bullseye show with a silver medal at the World Championship and the World Cup. The men were not far behind as boxer Shiva Thapa and wrestler Narsingh won a bronze medal in the World Championship. Moving focus to the team game, and India beat South Africa with R. Ashwin picking 63 wickets in the year to be the bowler of the year. This year also saw Ajinkya Rahane emerge as Mr. Reliable in Indian cricket with 3 Test hundreds. Test cricket saw history being made as the first day-night test match with pink balls was played in Adelaide. Australia won the 50 overs World Cup to help Steve Smith sweep the ICC awards, while world #1 team had AB de Villiers back the one-day player, while teammate Faf du Plessis pocketed the T20 player award. The World Cup also saw many cricket greats across continents calling time on their career. Lanka's Mahela Jayawardene and Kumar Sangakkara, while Virendra Sehwag and Zahir Khan decided to hang their boots. MS Dhoni decided to stick to colour clothing and lights and said bye-bye to Test cricket. Down under, the Aussie great Michael Clarke and Mitchell Johnson retired, while Daniel Vettori and Brendan McCullum called time on either halves of the year. This year also saw many cricketers begin a new innings in their life, with Harbhajan Singh, Rohit Sharma, Dinesh Karthik and Suresh Raina walking down the aisle, while Yuvraj Singh took to social media to disclose his newfound lady love. India's national game saw the hockey fans get something to cheer. Indian women's hockey team qualified for the Rio Olympics after 36 years, while hope for the men's team good show in 2016 rose after they finished 3rd in the World Hockey League final, beating Netherlands in the bronze match. The young guns, the junior boys, pulverized neighbours Pakistan 6-2 to win the men's junior Asia Cup. The year 2015 saw its share of problems, with Sepp Blatter and Michel Platini, the 2 powerful men in world football, being banned for 8 years from the beautiful game. The Russian doping scandal has raised the voice of concern, and IAAF, the world body, cannot wash its hands off the controversy after Nick Davis stepped aside while the investigation is still on. At home, former BCCI president and ICC chairman found the going tough to concede ground to Shashank Manohar's return to put the BCCI house in order. 2 debuts in the year brings cheer for all the right seasons. Olympic medalist Vijender Singh made his debut as a professional boxer and has completed a hat-trick of wins. All his 3 bouts have not lasted beyond 3 rounds. The Pro Wrestling League was another new beginning in the country that has now become the hunting ground for leagues. Sushil Kumar stayed away, but that did not take away the glamour from the sport as Mumbai Garuda won the inaugural edition under lights, camera and the mat. India is slowly turning into a nation of many leagues in sports, and the master of ceremonies, the IPL, completed its 8th edition. Mumbai Indians became champion for the 2nd time, while Chennai and Rajasthan Royals were barred for 2 years by the Justice Lotha Committee report. The BCCI was quick to pounce on the opportunity to get 2 new IPL teams, Pune and Rajkot, to join the IPL bandwagon. Talking about Indian sportsmen making the mark abroad, Satnam Singh became the first player from India to be drafted into the NBA by the Dallas Mavericks in the 2015 draft. This summer was also special for another Indian goalkeeper, Aditi Chauhan. She became the first Indian woman to play in the English League football for West Ham United, making the transformation from a university student to an international sportswoman. Shubham Jaglan is another young gun on the golf greens and will be a hope as golf gets accepted as an Olympic sport. The inclusion of golf as an Olympic sport has seen Indians make a mark on the golf greens this year. Anirban Lahiri capped a watershed here by bagging the Asian Tour Order of Merit title. He became the 4th Indian to win the coveted prize and a top 50 finish in the year with the European card for 2016. Aditi Ashok, just 17 and still an amateur golfer, secured a 2016 European card after she became the first Indian ever to win a qualifying tour event for an international tour. She becomes the first Indian man or woman ever to win a qualifying school event for an international event. The year 2016 is the Olympic year and the Indian contingent is expected to put its best foot forward while India gets ready to host the 2016 World T20 Championship. The year ahead is going to keep the sports lovers on their toes. So enjoy watching sports and cheering for Team India.
The entertainment space has really been entertaining this year. Many films made it to the levels of being blockbusters while many tumbled. Bahubali proved its might across the world but left a question. Why did Katappa kill Bahubali? And yes, Bajrangi Bhaijaan Salman returned as Prem on the Rajshri banner again. And of course, James Bond had shown the ultimate Spectre. 2015 brought a double bonanza for Salman Khan. The year belonged to him. Be it the set of the movie or the court cases, it appears Bhaijaan got support everywhere, not only from his millions of fans, but also from Bajrangbali himself. While he was cleared of all charges in the hit-and-run case, his 2 films, Bajrangi Bhaijaan and Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, proved to be blockbuster hits not only in India, but globally too. Erstwhile enemies, the 2 Khans, Salman and Shah Rukh, finally came together. The reunion of Karan and Arjun was not in a film but to promote the Shah Rukh Khan starrer Dilwale. The film is proving to be a smash hit. Director S.S. Rajamouli's Telugu film Bahubali proved to be a bumper hit in Hindi too. Its popularity spilled over to social media with people asking each other the question, why did Katappa kill Bahubali? Several Hollywood stars were heard speaking several Indian languages such as Tamil and Telugu besides of course Hindi. But as always, the ever-youthful James Bond proved to be the showstopper. The combined earning at the Indian box office of the Hollywood movies including Star Wars, Fast and Furious, Jurassic World, Avengers, Mission Possible, The Rogue Nation and Spectre was 500 crore rupees. The movie featuring top stars like Ranbir Kapoor, Anushka Sharma and Karan Johar and directed by Anurag Kashyap proved to be a damn squib at the box office. Similar was the fate of Shahid and Alia Bhatt starrer Shandar. This year was particularly lucky for Kangana Ranaut. It not only brought her twin box office successes in the form of Queen and Tanu Weds Manu Returns, but the actor also received the National Award for her performance in the movie Queen. Chaitanya Tamhane's Court was declared the best movie in the National Awards, while Kannad star Vijay was awarded as the best actor for playing a transgender in the Kannad movie Nanu Avanla. Mary Kom was declared the best movie, providing wholesome entertainment. Heather, the adopted form of Shakespeare's Hamlet, got 5 national awards, including those in the categories of Best Music Director, Best Playback Singing and Best Dialogue. Black comedy Birdman ruled this year's Oscars. The film won in the Best Director, Best Film, Best Original Screenplay and Best Cinematography categories. Julianne Moore was selected as the Best Actress for sensitively portraying an Alzheimer-afflicted professor in the movie Still Alice. Addie Redmayne was declared the Best Actor for portraying the celebrated scientist Stephen Hawking. 4 Indian movies, Konkani movie Nachom Iya Kumsar, Malayalam movie Jalam, Hindi film Hey Malkas and Kannada movie Rang Tarang are among the 305 movies in the race for the 2016 Oscar Awards. Konkani movie Nachom Iya Kumsar, portraying the life of an unknown musician, is in the race for the Best Overseas Movie and Best Background Score categories. 3 hit movies and Deepika Padukone's entry into the celebrated Forbes list have amply established the power of the fairer sex in the film world. Priyanka Chopra has hit the jackpot with the TV serial Quantico, which is proving to be a super hit globally. Anushka Sharma too has made a great debut with her hit film NH10. Supermoms Kajol and Aishwarya Rai Bachchan too made a spectacular comeback this year. Veteran actor Shashi Kapoor was awarded the Dada Saheb Phalke Award for Lifetime Achievement. Experimental movies too grabbed the eyeballs this year and earned praises from critics. Masan, Manchi the Mountain Man, Talwar, Piku and Bajirao Mastani can be put in this category. Well, largely the year 2015 had been a year of mixed taste. Mood on both national and international fronts was warm with rising temperatures. But of course, the world decided to keep it below 2 degrees Celsius in Paris. Now, on the whole, it is a goodbye time for 2015 and a moment to pave the red carpet for 2016 with greater hopes. We all wish you a great and prosperous new year ahead. Have a great year and thanks for watching.